Just like the natural family, it is the same as the spiritual family. Ask the vagrants on the streets. They'll tell you that they used to have a family, but they failed a couple of times until their family give up. Now they are homeless and they are familyless. And it's okay to be homeless, but not without a family. It hurts. You feel like you are lost. You're in a world all by yourself. You need to go home. I'm almost there. Number 7. The 7th reason is because God says to. Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 25 says, not forsaking the assembling of yourself together. Don't forsake that. Don't get up on a Sunday morning and say, I can go next week, or have something better to do today. Don't forsake the assembling of yourself together. What is Caesar's is Caesar's. But what is God is God. After this message, you must never miss another church service in your life. Because every time you come in the house of God, it's like a car pulls into a gas station. Because your car can work perfect. It can drive you and get you where you want to go. But if you don't pull in every now and then and fill your tank, you will shut down on the highway. Now this is the next level, and then I'll close. The next level of the message is this. Putting church before family can never be wrong. This will take us to the text. Putting church before family can never be wrong. You can find that in Luke chapter 14 verse 25 to 27, when Jesus said sometimes in life you have to leave certain people behind and choose what you want out of life. Putting church before family can never be wrong. You will have to put church first before family for your family's sake. I say it again. You will have to put church before family for your family's sake. I said one more time, maybe you're gonna get me. You will have to put church before family for your family's sake. Thank God. If it wasn't for church, I wasn't going to have a family. If it wasn't for church, I wasn't going to have a good marriage. You have to put church before family for your family's sake. If you love your family, put church first. My nephew was just about 14 years old when he wanted to get baptized. His mother, which is my sister, called him and said to him, don't let Gary fool you. Don't listen to that boy. That boy was going to church since he was 14 years, and he wants you to do the same. She said to him, live a little, get to know people, go to some parties, get some experience. Ladies and gentlemen, within 6 months, that young man refusing to baptize, within 6 months, he had 14 cases. Up until today, they cannot find his body. Putting church first before family is for your family's sake. Can't just want the blessing, you have to want the blesser. God first and everything after. Church is the household of the Lord. When you join the family of God, He'll take care of yours. While you are in God's house, He will be in your house. When you do God's business, He will do your business. When you work for God, He'll work for you. This message is big. Y'all gotta get this. Y'all gotta get this. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. You will have to put church first. Oh, I know. I'm missing a lot of your bubblers. Yeah, I know. I understand. I know you feel a little funny now. I know you love your family. You say, but I love my family. But listen, you don't even love your family unless you can love the things of God. I'm not even saying put God first. I'm saying put church first. Because church is the household of God's families. It's God's household. You got to get here early every Sunday morning. Are you hear what I'm saying? You got to stand up for your pastor. You got to pull your wife. If she don't want to come, you said, I'm going, so you better come too. You have to drag your husband. There's got to be a strong person in that house. Everybody can't say we're going to rest today. What about God? If He decides to rest, He'll take your breath that you breathe. Let me preach this and then I'll close. Somebody say hallelujah. What about God? If He decides to rest, your heart will stop beating. What about God? If He decides to rest, you would have a drip of life in you. That's why David said, he said, your loving kindness is better than life. He said, you're better than the breath I breathe. I need you more, just like the deer that panteth for the water brook. So my soul longs after you. I'm hungry for you. I'm thirsty for you. I long for you. And some of you still watching your clock. Some of you still checking your watch as though you're doing God a favor. But whenever you come to church, you are not helping God. He's helping you. The more you can be here is the better for you. You say, Bishop, how much time do you expect me to be in the house of God? I tell you, every time the church door open, you should be here on time, ready to give God the praise just for keeping you alive. Give me 5 more minutes. Abraham, there's somebody else. Abraham love God. Abraham understand the principle that when you put God first, everything is going to work out for you. Now, I love Abraham. Abraham waited for so long. Is there anybody ever waited for something and you finally get it and it seems like it's slipping through your fingers? Is there anybody that prayed for a husband and the same husband turned on you? Is there anybody here prayed for a child? You waited long for the child. Now the child's grown up and she's disrespecting you. How much of you here today know what I'm saying? When you wait for a blessing and the blessing finally came and it seems like God Himself is taking it away from you. Somebody say hallelujah. Now this is the case. This is the case. He's 12 years old. The blessing stayed for 12 years. The blessing that he waited for 21 years, it stayed for only 12 years. Isaac is there. He watched him grow. He played in the yard. He made his father happy. Look at my blessing. I've been waiting for this for so many years. Sarah that laughed Now she was really laughing because God blessed her with a heart's desire. Who am I talking to? Let me tell you something. The devil will always try to touch your heart's desire, but this time it's not the devil, it is God himself saying, I want to prove you, I want to try you, I want to really know if you're here or if you're still over there. I want to know if you're committed, I want to know if you're faithful. When I get up on the Sunday morning, if I can come to church, I want to know if you can come too. I want to know if you can make a sacrifice that will break your heart, a sacrifice that will hurt your feelings. Is there anybody here that is ready to make a sacrifice, not to lose but to gain in return? He said, Abram, get up and take Isaac and start walking. You don't know where you're going, but I'm going to show you what to do when you get there. Sometimes God tells you to do something, you can't understand it, but he said when you get there, you will understand. He said, I want you to take Isaac, your son, your only son, the one that you love so much. I feel God want me to talk to somebody here this morning. Sometimes God will ask you to make a sacrifice. It's not that he want to take something from you. It's because he has a plan to give back that and more. Now you hear what I'm saying? Now he is listening to God. He's not questioning God, but he's dependent on God. When he do what he has to do, that God will back him up and support him in what he's doing. Let me tell you something. When you do what is right, God will always support you. He will give you the strength. You say, Bishop George, I don't have the enough clothes. I don't have enough shoes like everybody else. I just have one weave. It doesn't matter. When you do something for God and you make that step to be part of the family, when it's dinner time, everybody must be here together in one accord. And he is up on the mountain, and he's walking towards the place that God will show him. And the Bible said in the second reading, when they came to the place, there's a place in your life. You have to grow up. You have to do things that you never done before. Big things. The Bible says he tied the hands of his only son. It's a sad story, because God is asking Abraham to give up his son, not to just leave the house, but to kill the boy. And Abraham is not even arguing about it. God help us. God is asking Abraham to give your only son. And then he added that. He said, the one you love, the one you love, give him up as a sacrifice. And then the time is here that the boy is on the altar. And I remember the sad statement or the question that Isaac made to Abraham. He said, Father, I see the wood and I see the fire, but where is the lamb for the sacrifice? And the faith man that he was willing to go down to the end, believing God that he will provide instead of his son. So he said, son, God will provide. He will provide. And they keep on walking. Now he's on the altar. He's getting ready. He took the knife, raised it up to kill the boy for a burnt offering. Here's a voice. Here's a voice. And this is what's going to bring me to the end of my message. There's a voice right now saying that because you have proven yourself to be faithful and committed. I wish you can hear this. There's a blessing in 2019 for people that has been committed and faithful to God with your tithes, with your sacrificial seed, with your offering, with your presence. I always hear Aggie said, you can't do all that for nothing. I said, you can't do all that for nothing. You could have been anywhere this morning, but I thank God for you. I thank God for those that couldn't make it. You don't know why they stay home, but for me, I ain't staying home. God been too good to me for me to hold back. In the first place, what he's asking me for is what he already gifted me. So if he give me that boy and he's asking me back for the boy, I don't mind letting go because he give it to me. The Lord give it, and the Lord can take it away. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, we have to put our children at the altar. We have to put our time at the altar. We have to put our life at the altar. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you have to put your job on the altar. You have to put your business on the altar. And listen what the angel said. He said, because you didn't hold back your son, your only son, I'll bless you for your faithfulness. I'll bless you for you keep on coming. You keep on coming. When you come sometimes, you look for the people that used to sit next to you and you don't see them, but you keep on coming. If they don't come, you keep on coming. And because you keep on coming, he said, have a blessing in 2019 for folk that kept on coming. You could have give up. You could have gone to a next mountain. You could have found another place, but you went exactly where God wanted you to go. He said, take the boy just where I want you to be, and when you get there, I'll tell you what to do. Thank God you're in the right place at the right time. Thank God you didn't backslide before your blessing. Thank God you didn't leave the church because there's a blessing with your name on it. And if you keep on coming and you hold on and you be faithful in all things, God will hear from heaven and he will answer you and tell you, Abraham, don't touch that child. Everything is going to be all right. Let me close, but I want to prophesy that Jesus Elam, I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you have to give up, but God told me to tell you, as from today, everything is going to be all right. You don't know, you're okay. Let me talk to myself. George, as from today, everything is going to be all right. Be faithful in the family of God, and he will be faithful to your family. Yes, yes. As from today, you did the right thing. You hold out. You hold on. And God is saying, I will not forget how you kept on coming. I will not forget how you kept on giving. People were walking, but you refused to walk. Because in the first place, they didn't bring you here. It was God that brought you here. So they cannot move you out of here. You are in the right place. And for those of you that stopped coming, thank God you start back. Because you can't sow seed and don't reap your harvest. Wait until your harvest come. God is going to bless you for every sacrifice that you ever made in this ministry. It's not easy to give up your time, your family, your education, just to be faithful in the house of God. But God has said, that's all right. I'll give it back to you. I'll give it back to you. I'll give it back. When you feel empty, and you feel lonely, and you feel that you're all alone, and nobody understands your call, he said, that's all right. Just obey. Do what God wants you to do. And maybe, just maybe, what you're going through right now is mercies in disguise. It's blessings in disguise. Lift your hands. Please understand, family and church. Family and church. God told me to say something. He said to say something right now. He told me to say something. What you did not get from your natural family, you're going to get from the household of the Lord. You have to love your place. It might be a place that hurts, but you cannot divorce. Husbands divorce wife, but brothers cannot divorce brothers. This is your home. Fight for it. Pray for it. This is where you get your blessing. This is where you get your breakthrough. And you must still be here, even though you don't feel like it. I want you to turn to somebody. And I want you to give them a hug, if it's a sister or brother, what it is, and say, you're my real sister or brother, whatever they are.